It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Atlanta Falcons on Monday Night Primetime.
Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other. From the moment they're tabbed, the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that will be talked about both for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started. And we're underway in Atlanta. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Penix here from the gun. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. Penix now on first down. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the shotgun, Penix. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
3rd and just 2 to go. Robinson on the inside give. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. So the Titans readying for their opening drive of the game. Leading him out, someone in his first NFL season. Their rookie starter from Miami.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A gain of 27 yards there. And the Titans will have a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They go play action here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has his man, it's Ridley. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's got it near the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, well, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Only a yard on the pickup. That leaves him with 3rd and goal at the 6.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Titans have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force a punt and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right, because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league, and the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. Here's Agnew on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bijan. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Sent down by Cody Barton. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
3rd down, it's Penix. He fires one deep down the middle. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Titans will get set to take over. The Titans offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you can start to murmur, and you might even hear a few bluebirds.
Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Slot man motioned over. 2nd and 10 now. Has the connection to Ridley. Has some daylight through the 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
So many times, Kate, when I see these receiver screens, I think punt return. It's like a punt return. On punt return, it's all about those blocks. The returner's got to catch it, and he's got to feel those blockers in front of him. It's no different on a big play like this with the wide receiver screen.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Finds his man, it's Van Jefferson. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Every once in a while, sure, a pass, it can go for a negative yard. But lose that much, I promise you, that call will never come up on the call sheet again.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They just get the play off. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Now a toss, it's Pollard. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
The give on 2nd to Pollard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He's got it at the 6. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Pollard has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Here is Pollard, and he's in for the touchdown. The Titans take a 13-0 lead. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Here's Sly to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by Draymond Jones.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now the give for Bijan. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down by Dre Jones. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Play action. Here's Penix. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Penix now on 1st down. Pitts brings it in. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Arden Key there for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Penix. Into the hands of Pitts. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
And again, it's Penix. Hits him on the out route. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 47. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And that brings up 3rd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Penix here from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
2nd and 3 now. An option give to Robinson. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. It's the Falcons with a 3rd and 3. Throwing Penix. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Has him on the quick hitter. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, likely against the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
From the 18 on second down. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and goal.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He'll throw it yet again. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Julius Chestnut to return. Return's looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Titans taking over. Not much time remaining in the half. They're up by 7. We'll see if they choose to just rest on that going into halftime. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Throwing now from the gun. Pass taken in by Pollard. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. All right, here we go. Second down. They send the tight end in motion. From the 39. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you you can't take any completion for granted, even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Shotgun now on third down. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception, just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. That's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
To the air, 3rd and long. Completed to Lockett. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Now on 4th down, one of the greats, Johnny Hecker, out to punt this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Sent down by Cody Barton. Well, that's the halfway point, and the visiting Titans taking a nice little lead to intermission. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's a return from the 7. So to begin the third, it'll be the Titans offense we see first. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Brought in right side. This is ahead for about 5. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They send a receiver in motion right. From the 31. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Okay, you hear me in my talk back all the time with our producer saying, hey, circle that play. Hey, you just never know. You just never know in this league, in these games that are so close, which can be the play that really sparks the turnaround. And defensively, you needed to get off the field. Defensively, you wanted to give the ball back to your offense in a one-score game, and that 3rd down sack, well, it just did it.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Falcons will take over. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Play action. Here's Penix. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Motioning the tight end now. On 1st down, here's Penix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Penix now on 1st down. He's got it near the 10. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You can almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Falcons start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons tie things up at 14. All lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's Chestnut on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Second and 6 coming up here. They'll run here with Tajay Spears. And they limit this to a minimal gain to around the 34. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Receiver in motion, headed right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught. This is Tajay Spears. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Setting up a throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That's good for 7 yards. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Man in motion, headed right. Spears running behind center. And have him gain about a handful there. David Onyemata there for the stop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Kate, you really do love those 5-yard gains on 1st down. You know what it kind of feels like? It kind of feels like making pars on the golf course on the par 3s. And now, on the par 5s, you can go let it rip.
They're going to stay on the ground with Spears. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's going to be 4th and short.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Up and good from Joseph. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Here's 2nd and 5. Into the hands of Pitts. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. From the shotgun, Penix. Complete beyond the marker. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. First and 10 from the 41. A run here with Robinson. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Tight end going in motion here. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Penix on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And he's brought down for a loss.
You know why baseball coaches are called managers, Kate? Because they got to manage a lot of situations. And I've realized over time and talking to them, they love taking a situation, a game moment, and making it a team topic. That play, by that corner right there, I know this is a head football coach, not a head football manager, but he's going to take that play, he's going to illuminate it to his team and show the fearlessness of his corner making that tackle.
And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Younghoe Koo out for the field goal. Pressure hanging over this kick. This one from an even 40 yards out. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the fourth quarter, that's going to tie the game.
After I'd imagine dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's Chestnut on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Throwing from the gun here. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And they make the tackle at the 38. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, it's Pollard. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Back to throw now. And he goes down. The Falcons got to him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. Has his man, it's Ridley. And he's brought down at the line.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
Falcons going nickel to defend this third down play. Back to throw it. Caught by Pollard. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on third down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that's a gain that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down beyond the marker. So a 1st down for them as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Penix looking to pass. Pitts brings it in. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And that takes them to 3rd down.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be their football. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Tight end in motion left. Setting up to pass. Looking slant route, complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast. He'll look to throw it. Looking for... And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Pass taken in by Pollard. And this one doesn't go far. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll send out the punting unit. Johnny Hecker, the one to send it away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. First and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. That's incomplete left side. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Third and just 2 to go. Here he is to throw. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. An entire game coming down to the leg of Younghoe Koo. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. That one is good! And that, folks, is your game winner!
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.